Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Susan's just making it. I'm Susan, and as always I'm here making stuff, messes, chaos, and just trying to make it through life. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you like today's video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. It's right down here. It really means a lot to me. So happy Wednesday. Today is another Wacky Eyeshadow Wednesday, which is the 2-channel weekly collab with my channel and Stephanie over at Glitzy Gem. We use a different palette each week to create a new eyeshadow look and encourage our viewers to do the same. Step out of your comfort zone, try something new. It's fun to play with makeup no matter what your age, young or old. So this week Stephanie and I will be using the Ciate London, the editor palette. And I'm going to apologize for my lighting right from the beginning because it's very rainy today, so I'm doing the best with my ring light. I've been trying to adjust it, but this is about the best I can get. So we're going to try to work with it. So like I said, we're going to be creating our look with this palette today. And let's see, I'll show you the colors. It's got a gorgeous color story. I mean, it's mostly shimmers. There's not a whole lot of mattes in there. So if you like shimmers, this is definitely a good palette. As you all know, this is not a new palette on the scene. It's been around for a while, but I recently was able to get my hands on it, and I haven't played with it yet. And I'm really excited to dive into it because I was eyeballing it for quite a while before I ended up getting it. So this is a palette we're going to use today. I am going to try to do my best. I had a viewer tell me in a video last week, quote, the quote was, "Lord, that eyeshadow is awful." So I'll try to do better in this video. So bear with me. So hope everyone's doing great. The other week's been going really great so far. Let's see. If not, a couple more days before the weekend for it to improve so you can enjoy your weekend. Nice palette, nice big mirror. I'll use this mirror, and if I need to, I will look over to this side for a little bit of different lighting. There's no there's no names to the colors on here, so can't tell you what color. I can just kind of show you what I'm using. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this really light tan shade here, and put that pretty much all over my lid as a base to build on. So here we are. It's hard to believe we're closing in on the end of August, going into September. So we'll be getting some fall weather. I'm not entirely disappointed about. I'm liking some of the cooler days, even though the other day it was ungodly hot again, but that's August for you. It's a little confused. We have those really hot days, and then we have some fall-like days. So I hope everyone was able to have a nice summer, though. With a lot of the restrictions being lifted, I know a lot of people were able to do things that they weren't able to do the last couple summers, so that's nice. More traveling and social activities, which is always nice to be able to get out more and socialize and enjoy the weather. Okay, so I'm gonna just try to look here real quick. So there's that. I'm just trying to kind of give a little quick look to what I'm working with here. So I think the next thing, I'm going to try to stay with some of these neutrals. Yeah, I'm going to try to play it safe. I'm going to go in with this peach color next. It's a matte. I'll put that a little bit above my brow. I'm kind of curious, has anybody out there been playing with some different palettes, trying to see what they can come up with? a little out of their comfort zone. Now I feel a little bit, I'll admit, a little bit hypocritical saying to get out of your comfort zone, because when I did so, yeah, I guess it wasn't well received, which I don't want to turn this into a rant video by any means, but I just don't understand why some people always have something nasty to say, because here we are on Wednesdays encouraging everyone to play with your makeup and have fun and try something new and get out of your comfort zone, and then when you do so, somebody's got to come along with a nasty remark. But it's okay. I mean, I have a thick skin. You have to do something like this because people come out of the woodwork with their little attitudes. So it's not about that, you know. Automatically, if I mention anything like that happening, people assume that my feelings are getting hurt. I have a thick enough skin that my feelings don't get hurt. It's just what gets to me is why people have to be like that. But whatever, that's what makes them happy. Apparently they're not happy or they wouldn't be acting like that. But I guess the long and short of it, you know, without, like I said, getting into a rant video, is it's only makeup, and a lot of people use makeup as a form of self-expression, and you know, it's like we are in 2022. If you can't be more accepting of how people express themselves, whether it's through makeup, their clothing, jewelry, piercings, tattoos, what have you, body modification, you need to go back a few decades. That's all I have to say about that. And I'm leaving that alone before I turn this into a whole rant, which that's not what this video is. So I'm going to, let's see, what do I want to work with? There's so many pretty colors, it's kind of like I don't know what color I want to dive into. They're all really, really gorgeous. And the lighting in here is like really bad today, so it's hard to kind of see what colors I've got to work with. I think I'm going to try to find more of a packing brush. I always grab that one particular one and I don't like it after I grab it. So I'm trying to find one that I like a little bit better. Yeah, I don't like that one. I apologize. It's just I'm always grabbing for that one shape packing brush and I don't end up liking using it. So I'm trying to see what else I have that's similar. I'll just go ahead and use this. It's actually, I think it's a crease brush, but nope, it just says eyeshadow brush. But it's kind of like a packing brush, but I like it that it's just a little bit fluffy and a little bit smaller. And I think I'm going to play with this like, it's like a burgundy shimmer here. It's not showing up there. It shows up a little bit better there. You're seeing some of my monitor and stuff. But it's like a burgundy shimmer. So I'm going to see if I can play with this a little bit and see how it looks. I don't know if it's going to work well with the brush, but we're about to find out. Try to put some of it right in my crease. Oh, it's doing not too bad with the brush. I really wish it was better lighting today. I feel like when the light's not the best, you really can't see the look as much. It's not too bad, but we're gonna work with it. It's okay. That's pretty much what a lot of my life has been. Take what you have and make the best of it. You know, we can always dwell on wanting things to be better, and which I'm guilty of a lot, and obsessed with, oh, if only, if only, if only, if only. But sometimes you just have to deal with what you have and make the best of that, and instead of being miserable wanting something a little bit better. been struggling with that a lot lately, actually. But that's to deal with the lighting. I wish I had better lighting today, but I don't. So I'm going to work with what I've gotten. Hope for the best and make it work. Now Stephanie had her video done before I sat down to do mine, and she did message me and she said she didn't care for the formula of the palette that much. So far I think it's okay. It's better than a lot I've worked with, I'll give you that. I mean, I don't have any complaints so far. So far I'm pretty happy with it. So I cut that into the crease more, and I'm going to blend that out because it's pretty rough. But I am going to stay a little bit more on the neutral side. I'm not going to go too crazy today. At least I don't plan on it if it turns out that way. Not my original intention. Half the time I don't know what I'm doing. I just sit down and start playing around. See how it goes. Then I'm thinking to myself, when I looked at the palette this morning before I sat down, I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to play with some of these more neutral colors. They're really pretty. And then I'm telling myself, oh, you're going to play it neutral when there's so many gorgeous colors, but yeah, it'll be another time to play with the other colors, I guess. Wish the light was a little bit better so I could see what I was what I'm putting on my face. Light's a tiny bit better over here, so I'm going to use this mirror for a second. I'm just going to put a little bit more of that in my crease because I don't feel like it's really showing up very much. I'm curious how many of you have this palette, because I know it's a pretty popular palette and it's been around for a while. So let me know, is this a palette you have? Maybe with us using this palette this week, maybe it'll encourage you to pull it out and play with it if you haven't in a while. Because I know there's some palettes I have, like I've shared before, I just haven't gotten to all of them yet because I don't do makeup every day and I haven't been doing makeup for a long time. So some of them I just haven't gotten to yet, but I'll be on YouTube watching someone do their makeup and I really like their look and I'm like, oh, I have that palette, now I want to play with that. So I'm curious if that's the case with any of you out there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Super. I'm just going to go in with this lighter brown and just put some more up here to blend this color in a little bit so it's not so harsh. Actually over here I don't feel like it's even. A little bit better. I feel like my eyelids are just, the two are not the same. Yeah, I have a very hard time getting my shadow even on both. A lot of times my sister will comment that she feels that it looks a little different on one eye than the other, but I have noticed not sure exactly why, but sometimes my brow, like today it's not bad, but sometimes one of my brows will seem higher than the other. I get a nervous twitch in my eye sometimes. I don't know if that has a lot to do with it, and sometimes I feel like one eyelid droops a little bit more than the other. So sometimes I try to put my shadow on even, but for whatever reason, sometimes my eyes will be doing something weird and it just doesn't go on even. Okay, I'm going to work. Let's see if I can find another brush. I'm going to find a little bit. Let's see if I can find a shadow brush. Like just a fluffy shadow brush. And I have all these clean, so I don't know why I'm having a hard time finding a brush I want to use. That one kind of fluffy. So I don't want to keep buying brushes, but I feel like when I do my eyeshadow, I can never find just the brush I want to use. I'm not sure why that is. I'll just grab this one. I'm going to go in with, this is just like a medium brown. And I'll put it on my lower lid here. And then I'm going to see if I want to put some more color. Does anybody have any plans of anything you're going to try to squeeze in before summer's over? You got some vacation plans or some other plans you don't have a lot of time to squeeze in? We're almost closing in on the end of summer here. I have to say I haven't really done too much this summer. Part of me is like, summer's gone by and I haven't done anything. But that's okay too, I guess. Sometimes if you just find something close at hand to keep you busy, it's okay too, I suppose. Yeah, normally I want like a darker color right on my lid, but it works. I'll try something different once in a while. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and blend that a little bit. I almost feel guilty going with all these more neutral colors when there's so many pretty colors in here. But today's just going to be a neutral, soft, everyday look, I guess. Not so wacky or anything. Okay. Let's see what I'm going to use. I kind of want to get into this little plummy shade here. It's a shimmer. And I'm going to use the same brush I did in my crease. But I just kind of want to play with it. It's really pretty. I want to add some. So I think I'm going to put just a tiny bit in my outer corner to darken up my outer corner a little bit. Yeah, there's a more plum, and then this one's like a little bit, if you can see, this one's really plum, and this is a little bit more, it's plum, but it's a little bit more muted. So I'm going to go over the one that's a little bit more muted and just put just a little tiny bit here. I'm not sure if it's going to show up or make a difference, but we'll find out. Which I'm not really noticing much of a difference over the brown. Just a little bit of shimmer is all it's adding. Maybe it's too close to the brown, which is okay. I'm not really looking to add anything dramatic there. I'll just go with a little bit of shimmer, I guess. Which if I use my fingers, I probably would do better, so I might just try my fingers. I just think that it's too close to the brown. It's not going to show up very much. It is going on better with my finger. Okay, note to self, some shimmers work with the brush and some do not. I'll just have to, and I'm curious what colors Stephanie decided to use on this palette, because there's so much to pick from. You can go with a neutral look like I'm doing, or you could definitely go for a glam evening look. So I'm just gonna put a little bit. Nothing in your face, just that little bit of shimmer looks kind of nice. Yeah, it's not a huge difference, but I forgot my makeup wipes again. Whoopsies. Like I said, I'm staying more over here with some of the neutrals, but you see there's some blues down here. I'm trying not to use them, get the mirror in everybody's face, but you got some blues down here and some blues here, and then like some of these purples you could deepen a look, or you can stay with a lot of these lighter ones and stay neutral. I think I am just going to use, there's this shimmer that's a really darker gold, and then there's this lighter gold. I'm just going to put a little bit of lighter gold in the middle of my lid. I'm going to use my finger. Maybe I'm going to try it with a brush. I'm not even sure if it's really going to show up that much, but we'll see. Just a little. I think because it's over that dark brown, it's not going to do a lot. Oh, I went into the color next to it. I can't even see on my glasses. Don't I think it's time for I examine a new pair of glasses? I'm not even paying attention to what color I'm dipping into. Between my eyesight and my mind always being distracted, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. This is not really, I don't know, I don't feel like it's really making a difference. Maybe I will try dipping into this color next to it and see. It's a gold, but it's got a little bit more of a brown tint to it. This seems to be performing better, so we'll just go with that. Maybe it's because of the brown under it. But like I said, Stephanie mentioned she wasn't crazy about the formula, but I don't mind it. I think the performance is pretty decent. I mean, it's a moderate priced palette. It's not super high end, so I think sometimes we need to take that into account when we you know, with our expectations of the palettes sometimes. I know it's not an equal comparison by any means, but obviously you can't expect, and I'm not saying that Stephanie's doing this by any means, but I'm just saying, speaking in general, that you can't expect a palette you get at Five Below to perform like Natasha Denona or something like that. So I think sometimes, in general, or for myself anyway, I'll put it that way so people don't take it the wrong way, we have to take certain things like that into account when we start thinking about our expectation of things. So I'm just going to speak for myself. Sometimes I have to remind myself of the price point of things, and remind myself it's not going to perform as well as a better brand or something like that. So I'm going to, I feel like this is just all blending out. I'm going to go in with this really light shimmer here and put it under my brow. But I'm going to go light because I don't like a shimmer right under my brow that much. So I'm going to try to go a little light-handed with that. I think the only complaint I would have so far, which is probably not the palette, it's probably just me, is that I know I've been doing a lot of blending, but I feel like the colors don't stand out a whole lot on their own. And it doesn't help that for some reason today I have really dark circles under my eyes. I'm not sure what that's about. I've been a little bit. not sleeping the best the last few days. I feel like I have to go in with something different right above my crease. I feel like everything's just a blended out nothing. So I just wiped under my eyes, and I just wiped a whole bunch of shimmer. So I'm definitely gonna have to get some makeup wipes when I clean this up. I want to put something above my crease. I feel like everything's just blended out nothing. Just trying to see where I want to go with that. I don't know if it's gonna perform well. I wanted to go into this deeper plum, but I don't know if it's gonna go on well with a brush, so we're just gonna have to try and see what it does. Okay, it seems to be going on really well with the brush. That's why I say sometimes you have to mess up your eyeshadow pretty bad to not be able to kind of fix it. I don't know, I'm not sure how much I'm liking this look. I don't think it has anything to do with the palette. I think when I pause to clean up my shadow, like I said, I got all the shimmer under here because I wiped under my eye. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer under my eyes because the circles are pretty dark today, and see if that makes a difference and makes the shadow stand out a little bit more without these raccoon circles. Just been not sleeping well. I've been a little bit stressed and not getting that much sleep. My sleep pattern's been messed up for the past 3 or 4 days. So despite all the skincare ingredients, yeah, there's only so much you can do when other factors are playing in there, I think. Alright, this video is already starting to get really long, so I'm going to pause. I'm going to call that pretty much good, except for cleaning it up, and I'm going to do that off camera so I don't make the video any longer. I'm going to see if I can clean up this fallout that I just smeared all over. It wasn't even fallout, it was me. I smeared it with my fingers. So I'm going to clean all this up, put on a little bit of concealer to try to get some of this darkness from under my eyes. I'll line my eyes, do my mascara, lip color, and we'll come back and see how it looks when I clean it up, because right now it looks like a whole hot mess. So I will be right back. Okay everyone, I am back. I did a little bit of cleanup and the sun came out a little bit more, and I adjusted my ring light so I was able to see a little bit better what I was doing. So again, we use the Ciate London Editor Palette. The colors, again, with the lighting, maybe you can see them a little bit better. Gorgeous colors. Maybe next time I'll go for a more dramatic look with some of the blues and purples, but I went kind of neutral today. So that's the palette we used. I did go and get some concealer. I used my Maybelline Superstay and tried to blend out some of the dark circles under there much better, and then powdered it down. Let's see, for lip color I use the Kaja, I think it's Heart Melter. Then I use my Galactic Rose Gloss. I did blot my lip color down a little bit. It was too bright a pink for the eye color. Went in with my Rimmel London Shake It Fresh mascara. Love this stuff. Have backups. I don't know if I'll use another mascara for a while. I'm really enjoying that. I did my brows before I started my eyeshadow with my Winky Lux brow pencil, and I used the Wet n Wild what is it, Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. But I don't know how I feel about this. The last couple times I've used it, it's been a little blotchy. So maybe it's time to move on to something else. I don't think it's that. I think it's just because I've had it for a while. So anyway, this is how the look turned out. Nothing over the top, a somewhat neutral look. I did go in, once the sun came out and I could see real quick, I did go in and over my brow and kind of gave it some shape, because, you know, I could see what I was doing more. So I deepened that up a little bit and gave it some shape. But everything else is what I did in front of the camera, and I of course cleaned the fallout and a little bit over in here. So yeah, I just used the neutral shades, didn't go crazy. It's just a light little neutral everyday look. Pretty happy with it. Wanted to go a little easy after my critical comment last week. Maybe next time I'll go bolder, but I'm like, I'll go easy. And I don't really do a lot of just everyday neutral minimal makeup look, so it was nice. Like I said, you could do a neutral look like this, or you could definitely go bolder for more drama or for the evening. So like I said, Stephanie did remark, comment that she wasn't crazy about the formula. She said it wasn't terrible, but she wasn't crazy about it. I have no complaints. I think it performed pretty well. I didn't have a hard time using it. It blended out well. Like I said, some of the shimmers worked well with a brush. Some of them I needed to use my finger, but that's pretty normal. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm glad I have the palette. I will definitely be using it again in the future. If you haven't given me a thumbs up yet and you liked the video, much appreciated. Or if you're one of those people that wants to do the thumb down, you can do that too. It's all the same to me. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you have the editor palette, what your opinion is. Is it one maybe you're interested in picking up? Do you like or dislike the look that I came up with this week? If you have any feedback or input about another palette for us to try, we always appreciate that, because every week it's like, okay, which one do we try next? But if you guys throw a suggestion out, it makes it a little bit easier for us to decide. And yeah, so I'm glad you guys took a few minutes out of your day to spend with me. Really appreciate it. Had a fleeting thought, but it's okay. So yeah, if you came from Stephanie's channel and you checked out my look, I really appreciate you doing so. And if you're started with my channel and you haven't checked out Stephanie's look yet, please do so. The link will be down in the description box. You can click right on that and go directly to our video. And before I say goodbye, I did want to point out that the necklace I'm wearing today, my older son Zachary got me for my birthday. It says Mom. And I didn't show it in my birthday haul because he stopped by about a week after my birthday and brought it over for me, so I didn't have it at the time. But I just wanted to give a shout out. It's really pretty. I appreciate it. So until next Wednesday or the next video, bye everyone. Have a great rest of your week.